Okay, hello, my dear student. Welcome, our third brave student, to our program today. We are going to have Unit 4, Part 2, our unit entitled Have You Ever Traveled by Plane? We are still talking about life experience. Life experiences are the different things that happen to us. They include both good things and tough things at different times, of course. We talked about this last unit. Let's continue. We talk about this last time. Have you ever traveled abroad? Have you ever traveled by plane? All of these are kind of experience. Let's start with keywords. What do you mean by forest? Forest is woodland where we can see lots of trees close together. For example, we took a long walk through the forest. Dyslexia, reading and writing disabilities. She had dyslexia when she was young. Theme park means amusement park. The kids are excited to visit the theme park this weekend. Scared, afraid means afraid. She was afraid of the dark. Hearing problems means people who have problems with their ears. We call them deaf. He uses a hearing aid because he is slightly deaf. He is slightly deaf. Special school means alternative school. It's for particular purpose or particular reason. Like STEM school, we call them special school because they are for outstanding students. In our unit, we are dealing with special school, which deal with students who have some disabilities. The child with learning difficulties was enrolled in a special school. Hard, hard of hearing means partial loss of hearing. Partial loss of hearing. My grandfather, who is hard of hearing, relies on lip reading and uses a hearing aid. He uses a hearing aid. It enables him to hear, of course, because he has difficulty concerning hearing. Parents means gardener. Gardens means your mom and your dad. Her parents always attend the school meeting. Syria. Syria is a country, it's an Arab country. Syrian Arab Republic. This is the Republic of Syria. The Syrian Arab Republic is in the Middle East, is in the Middle East. Okay, let's move to another point. Scare, the verb here. Scare means frighten. It scares me, it frightens me. The sudden noise from the basement managed to frighten her. Local schools means schools in our areas, in the neighborhood. Means a neighborhood school. The local school has a strong community feel. Deaf students, hearing impaired kids that had difficulties concerning hearing. The program is specifically designed for hearing impaired kids. Sign language. What do you mean by sign language? Using the hand to make signals. Hand signals. The deaf can use this way. So she communicates using hand signal as she is deaf. Concert. It's a musical performance. We attended a musical performance by our favorite band. Aquarium. It's a fish tank. It's a place where we can see different kind of fish, of course, in tanks. The fish tank at the city center has exotic marine life. Countryside. We mean by it rural areas. He moved to a rural area to enjoy a quieter life. Hotel room. It's a guest room where we can stay in hotels. We booked a hotel room with a sea view. Village means a countryside. It's a group of houses or stores and other building which is similar than a town. A village, of course, is similar than a town. I like to live in a village to enjoy, of course, the breeze and the fresh air. Another word, cousin. What do you mean by cousin? It's a relative. My relative from my mother's side is visiting us next month. Die means pass away. Many soldiers died in wars. Canoe is some kind of boat. Some kind of boat. He took the canoe to the other side of the river. Worried means anxious. She was worried about her upcoming exams. Let's move to some definitions. What do you mean by awake? Awake means not sleeping. She is awake. Care about, feel strongly about someone or something. Follow means to walk or drive behind someone, or to follow even his steps. Dream, pictures and sounds that you think are happening when you are sleeping. Raft, some pieces of wood that are put together so they can float on water. Canoe, it's a long narrow boat for one or two people. Dyslexia, as we said, it's a problem concerning reading and writing. Snorkel, swim with your face underwater using special equipment. Discover, to find out some new things. Result, the final number that people or teams get at the end of an exam or sports match. Volunteer, as a verb and a noun, to offer to do something without expecting any reward or any money. Achieve, to me, means to succeed in doing something, of course, something good. Okay, some synonym and antonyms. The meaning of dangerous is unsafe or serious, and the antonym or the opposite is safe. Special means unusual or important, and the antonym is usual or ordinary. Naughty means noisy or bad, and the antonym is quiet or calm. True means accurate or correct, and the antonym is inaccurate and incorrect or even false. Clever means intelligent or smart. The antonym is foolish, stupid, or dull. Brave means daring or fearless, and the antonym is afraid or coward or even a chicken. So formally, of course, chicken means coward. It's an informal word. Local means national or native, and the antonym is international, global, or universal. Die, as we just said, pass away. The antonym is evot as a verb, of course, live, and exist, of course, live as a verb. Successful means winner or fortunate or lucky, and the anthem is failure or unsuccessful. Some suffix and prefix. The word difficult, if we add hard, is a synonym of it is hard. Okay, sorry for suffix and prefix, synonym and antonyms. We continue this. Difficult means hard, and the antonym is easy. Teach means educate, and the antonym is learn. Huge means enormous or giant, and the antonym is tiny. Nearby means near or close to, and the antonym is distant, remote, or far away. Alone means single or solo, and the antonym is together, or with a group of people, of course. Normally means ordinarily, and the antonym is abnormally. Strong means power, and the antonym is weak. Achieve means to reach some point or accomplish some point. The antonym is fail. Affect as a verb, okay. Influence or impact. These are the synonym, the meaning of it. And the antonym is remain and unaffected. Discover means to find out something, and the antonym is hide. Disability means inability, and an antonym, of course, is ability. Clever means intelligent or smart, and the antonym is stupid or foolish. Yes, we just add foolish. Surprised means amazed, and the antonym is unsurprised. Now with some suffix and prefix. Suffix ing, if we add it to a word, it may become a noun or an adjective. If we add it to amaze, it becomes amazing. Something is amazing. Why? If we add it to the word fog, it becomes foggy. It's foggy. I can't see anything in front of me. Why? If we add it to anger, it becomes angry. She is angry. Call, C-A-L. If we add it to history, it becomes hysterical becomes an adjective. The prefix re, which means again here we have another meaning of it. If we add it to member, it becomes a verb as remember, to remember something, of course. Okay, now we are going to have some language notes. Now we are going to have some information about the collective nouns. What do you mean by collective nouns? Collective nouns refer to a group of people or things. If they refer to group as a whole or as one unit, of course it takes singular verb. If it refers to individual in the group, of course the verb becomes plural, like this. These are some of the collective nouns: team, family, army, group, class, and so on. The team is playing a football match. Here we deal with the team as one unit, as a whole. So the verb here is singular verb. The team are receiving their medal. Now, we are talking here about team as the individual of the team. Every one of the team is receiving his golden medal. So the verb here is plural. The verb here is plural. Let's move to another point. Forget to and forget plus the verb plus ing. Let's look at this example of first. I forget to bring my pen. I forget to bring my pen. What does it mean? Of course, it means I don't have it now. I forget it. I forget to bring it. It isn't with me right now. So if we have forget plus to plus the infinitive, means that I forget to do something. But I forgot closing the door. I forgot closing the door. What does it mean? It means actually I closed the door, but I forgot that I closed it. The action here is done. I closed the door already, but I forgot that I closed it. So plus adjective or adverb plus that plus complete sentence. Of course, let's see the example first. He is so active that he can become first. He is so active. So is followed by adjective because it preceded by a verb to be. We have here verb to be, so the word that comes after so is an adjective. He is so active that he can become first. So active. He runs so quickly. He runs so quickly that he can become the first. What is different here? Of course, we have here regular verb. It's not verb to be. So we must have adverb, not adjective. So he runs quickly. He runs so quickly that he can become the first. So if we have verb to be before so, we must have adjective. If we have any other verb, we should have adverb. Of course, the sentence here is in the present time, so we should have can, may, like these ones. Okay, what about permit, allow, and let? Let's move to this example. He allowed me to take the course. He allowed me to take the course. He permits students to use calculators in the exams. Allows, permits, followed by the object me or students. Then we have this form. Infinitive form, full infinitive form, to plus infinitive, to plus infinitive. So if we have allowed or permits followed by objects, we should have to plus infinitive. What about let? Look at this example. I doubt my parents will let me go. Will let me go. Let followed by the object here and the pair infinitive without to. Let me go. Not to go, say let me go. Okay. Now we are dealing with some sequence expressions. When can we use sequence expression? When we're talking about stories or telling experience. Some experiences, of course. I can use when, then, after that, later, now. For example, when I was young, I loved to draw. I loved to draw. Then my parents decided that I should have a course, of course, to help me. After that, this is a sequence. I won a competition. Now I am a famous artist. So we should use these words, these sequence expression when we're telling a story or telling us something that has happened to us and there is a sequence in the events. Adverb of degree. we have some adverbs of degree like to, very, quiet, and so on. We use this adverb of degree to emphasize our adjective, The lake is very deep. It's deep, but we use very to emphasize it. It's very deep. Ali is quite tall. Ali is somehow tall. This adverb and this adjective. Omar runs not too fast. Not too fast. Of course, fast is an adverb. Not too fast. Not too fast. Or even too fast. Okay, so we use adverb of degree to emphasize our adjectives or adverbs. Now we are going to another section of our unit today concerning reading. Before we read, I want to ask you, do you prefer to live in a city or in the countryside? Do you want to enjoy the different kinds of entertainment in the city or to enjoy the peacefulness of our countrysides? Now, we are going to read some experiences of some students. Meher, I have lived in a village in the south of Egypt all my life. I have never been to another country, but last year I visited Cairo with my uncle and my cousins. It was so big and busy, but it was fun. We went to lots of museums because I am interested in history. As this is another girl, I have had hearing problems all my life, and I learned sign language from when I was a baby. When I first started school, I went to a special school for deaf children. Now I have been at a local school for 3 years. I'm the only one who had hard of hearing person in my class. Sometimes it's difficult, but I have a teacher who can use sign language to help me. The teacher, of course, she explains things I can't understand in sign language. Some of my friends have learned some sign language, so they can help me too. Well, my parents died when I was a baby, so I have lived with my grandparents since I was one. We used to live in the countryside, but we moved to the city 3 years ago. I like living here. There is lots to do. I joined a handball club and I have won lots of matches with my team. It's really fun. Now we should think about these questions. Number one, when did Wael move to the city? Number two, why did Wael live with his grandparents? Number three, did Maher enjoy his visit to Cairo? Number four, what has Azza suffered from? Number five, is Azza slightly or totally deaf? Number six, extract the synonym of taken from the passage. I will give you a second to think about the answer of these questions. Okay, let's check our answers. When did Wael move to the city? He moved there 3 years ago. Why did Wael live with his grandparents? Because his parents died when he was one. Did Meher enjoy his visit to Cairo? Yes, he did. He enjoyed living there because there is lots to do. What has Azza suffered from? She has suffered from hearing problems. Is Azza slightly or totally deaf? She is slightly deaf. Extract the synonym of taken from the passage. Of course, taken, we can find the synonym of it, which means understand. To absorb something, to understand something. Okay. Now we are going to listen to Nihal. She is telling us a story. Okay.
Student's Book, Unit 4, Lesson 5, Exercise 2. Listen to Nihal telling a story and answer the question.
Today I am going to tell you about a bad thing that happened to me 3 months ago. I have done gymnastics for about 10 years, I train on Wednesday and Saturday every week. A few months ago, my coach asked if I wanted to enter my first competition. I was really excited and I practiced every day for a month. On the Thursday before the competition, I was practicing at home when I fell. My leg really hurt, so my mum took me to the hospital. The doctor said I had a broken leg. I was so sad and I cried and cried. I couldn't do the competition. I haven't been able to do gymnastics since then, but I hope I can do it again soon. I really miss gymnastics. Next year, I will try to enter the competition again.
Okay, after listening to Nihal, we have some questions here. Extract the antonym of go over from the passage. How long has Nihal done gymnastics? Could Nihal join the competition and why? Take some seconds to think. Okay, let's check our answer. Of course, the antonym or go over of the passage is miss. Miss something. The antonym of it, of course, go over it. How long has Nihal done gymnastics? For about 10 years. Could Nihal join the competition? And why? Of course not. She couldn't because she fell when she was practicing and broke her leg. Okay, we have some exercise on vocabulary. Number 1. The hotel room was very noisy, so I was dots all night. Wake, awake, weak, happy. My sister has learned 2 new languages since she school. Left, hide, let, or leave. Leave. Like many young people, Azza and her brother rally about the environment. Cry, carry, care, or steal. I had or and dot night. I was scared. Wonderful, happy, interesting, or terrible. Mazen's father doesn't know the way to the beach, so he can dots us. Follow, call, leave, or take. Jim and I were on a raft going the river when it became foggy, down, at, off, and into. Last night I had strange dots. I thought I was flying. Cream, dream, screen, and drum. Someone who is slightly can't hear well. Dumb, blind, strong, or deaf. It was so that I couldn't see the raft. Sunny, cold, foggy, or hot. My brothers goes to a school for deaf children. Public, private, blind, or special. Okay, let's check our answer. Of course, the hotel room was very noisy, so I was awake all night. I couldn't sleep. My sister has learned 2 new languages since she left school. Of course, we should have past symbols of her left. Like many people, Azza and her brother really care about the environment. Care about. I had night. I was scared. Terrible night. It was very terrible. It was very bad. Mazen's father doesn't know the way to the beach, so he can follow us. He can follow us. Jim and I were on a raft going down the river when it became foggy. Last night I had a strange dream. I thought I was flying. Someone who is slightly deaf can't hear well. It was so that I couldn't see the raft. Of course, it was so foggy that I can't see the raft. My brother goes to special school for deaf children, especially for deaf children. So it's a special school. Okay, another point or another section of our lesson today concerning language, how to differentiate between present perfect and past simple. How can we differentiate between them? Of course, past simple is used to describe completed action in the past, of course, with a specific time expression. This completed action have no relation to the present time. Something happened in the past and ended in the past and has no influence on the present. The most important thing in using past simple is time. We should mention time expression. I saw Ali yesterday. Of course, this is correct one. Yesterday, I saw Ali. Not I have seen. We don't, present perfect doesn't need time. Where were you on Sunday afternoon? This exact time. Where were you? Not where have you been on Sunday afternoon? We don't have a holiday last year. Last year, time. So we don't have. We didn't have. Not we haven't had a holiday last year. Of course, this is wrong. When also we can use past simple. Something which happened in the past and had no relation to present, as I have just said. Khalid lost his key. We don't know if he has the key or not. He lost it. Yesterday, 2 weeks ago, he lost it. Doesn't matter if it has an influence now or not. He just lost it. He worked at that company for 5 years. He worked at that company for 5 years. Now he works at the airport. What is this? He changes the company. He stopped working in that company. He started new work at the airport. So we should use past simple. This is a complete ended action in the past. He worked for 5 years and now he's doing something else. He works at the airport. Okay. Mozart was a composer. He wrote more than 600 pieces of music. This, of course, correct sentence. Mozart died and he was a composer. Not Mozart has been a composer. He has written 6 pieces of music. When we want to ask about the time, we should use when or what time. When did you buy your computer? When did you buy your new computer? Of course, not when have you bought your computer. We should use when or what time when we ask about time with present simple. What about present perfect? The present perfect is used to express actions that started in the past and they continue into the present or have a connection to the present. As I told you last session, present perfect makes a bridge, makes a link between the past and the present. Something started in the past and continue to the present. It may be completed right now and the effect is still on, or the action itself, it may continue to the future. I have prepared the washing machine. It's working okay now. So I have prepared it. I have just finished. It's okay now. Something started in the past and has an effect on the present. For example, Khaled, look at this example. Khaled has lost his key, so he can't enter his house. He can't enter. The effect is here in the present. He has lost the key, and we has an effect here. Of course, he can't enter. But if I want to use past simple, I just say Khaled lost his keys. We want to use present perfect. I should mention the effect. Khaled has lost his key, so he can't enter his house. To talk about experiences, of course, and the new events. My sister has bought a new car. I have visited India before. And to talk about repeated action, of course, I have sent 3 emails up till now. Okay? Let's have an exercise on language. My key last week. Lost, have lost, lose, haven't lost. Can you help us? Our car down. Broke, has broken, break, broken. Ali went home 10 minutes, dots, ago, yet, since, already. We in Cairo for 6 years, but now we live in Gaza. Have left, didn't live, haven't lived, or lived. We in Cairo for 6 years. We live there now. We live there. Has lived, have lived, and live. The office is empty now. Everybody home. Has been, has gone, didn't go, or go. The letter yet. Hasn't arrived, didn't arrive, doesn't arrive, or arrived. The letter dots, yesterday, doesn't arrive, hasn't arrived, arrive or didn't arrive. Dots, you seen Amal, did or have, can or has. Number 10, you see Amal on Saturday. I will give you a few seconds to think about the answer, Okay, let's check our answer. I lost my key last week. Of course, we should use lost here because we have last week. We should use past simple here. Can you help us? Our car has broken down. We cannot use broke. We cannot use past simple. We must have present perfect because the effect is still on. We ask someone to help us. So the car has broken. Ali went home 10 minutes, of course, ago. Preceded by time in past simple. We in Cairo for 6 years. Take care. But now we live in another place. We live in Giza. We in Cairo for 6 years, but now we changed our place. We live in Giza. So it's an ended action in the past. Have lived, didn't live, haven't lived, or lived. Of course, lived. When we talk about completed action in the past, of course, it's past simple. So what about this one? We in Cairo for 6 years. We live there now. We still live there. We still live in Cairo. The action is continued from the past to the present. We should use has left. Sorry, Taban, of course it's have left because we here. We, of course, have left. If we have in a singular noun or singular subject, we should use has left. But we should use here have left. Sorry for this mistake. Have left, of course. The office is empty now. The office is empty now. Everyone or everybody home. Of course, has gone. Everybody has gone home. The letter yet. Hasn't arrived or didn't arrive. Of course, yet. So we should use hasn't arrived. The letter hasn't arrived yet. We should yet with present perfect and negative sentence and question as well. The letter yesterday. We have time expression here. We have yesterday. When we have time expression in the past, we should use past simple. The letter didn't arrive yesterday. The letter didn't arrive yesterday. You sent a mail. You sent a mail. Of course, we have the past participle of the verb here. So we should use have or has. But of course, you take we have. يبقى have you sent a mail? Have you sent a mail? Number 10. You see Amal on Saturday. You see Amal on Saturday. Of course, we have the infinitive here, see. So we should use did. Did you see Amal on Saturday? Did you see Amal last Saturday or on Saturday? يبقى did you see? Okay. Another kind of exercise. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the words in brackets. I can't log on to the website. I forget my password. I sent Joe an email this morning, but he not replied yet. Where you born? Number 4, the weather changed. It's colder now. Number 5, you not sign the form. Could you sign it now, please? I will give you a second to think about the answer. Okay, let's check our answer. I can't log on the website. I have forgotten my password. Of course, we should have present perfect here because the effect is still on. I can't log on. I can't log. So I have forgotten, not forgot. We shouldn't use past simple here. We should use present perfect because the effect is still on. I can't log on the website. Okay. Number 2, I sent Joe an email this morning, but yet hasn't replied yet. Of course, we have yet here. We should use present perfect -1. He hasn't replied yet. Where you born? Of course, where were you born? We talk about a past action. The weather has it changed? It's colder now. It's a complete action in the present time. The weather has it changed now, so it's colder now. It's a complete action in the present time and it changed to another thing in the present, so it's colder now, so the weather has it changed. The last one, you not signed the form. Could you please sign it now? You haven't signed. You haven't signed up till now. Up till now. So I asked him to sign it. So we are talking about the present. We are talking about the present action. So we should use present perfect. You haven't signed the form. Could you sign it now, please? Of course, this is the end of our session today. I hope you get benefit. This is the end of Unit 4. See you next time. Bye.